David Eichenbaum from Retina Vitreous Associates of Florida in Tampa, Florida. We are a 6-person, research-focused vitreoretinal subspecialty group. I'm a partner and director of research, and I'm excited to bring our future closer through clinical research in vitreoretinal disease.
Welcome. Can you tell us about your presentation here at AAO?
So here at the American Academy of Ophthalmology, I presented the results of one of the phase 2 trials for wet macular degeneration that our practice enrolled patients in. It was called the Stairway trial, and it was looking at Faricimab, which is a potential next generation biologic for wet macular degeneration and other common retinal diseases, compared to ranibizumab, which is one of the current gold standards for treating wet macular degeneration and other common retinal diseases. One of the problems we have with the current commercially available treatments for wet macular degeneration is that there's a significant treatment burden. The treatments are given frequently. Our patients have to come in and get a lot of injections in their eyes and get decent results, but with a good deal of treatment. What we're looking at with drugs such as Faricimab is more durability, longer durations of action with equally good results, we're hoping, to our current frequently injected medications. And what our study looked at in phase 2 was comparing the durability of Faricimab to monthly injections of our current gold standard ranibizumab. And what the study actually showed is that Faricimab, given every 12 or up to every 16 weeks, was clinically equivalent to ranibizumab. Now, that's not a definitive result. It's a phase 2 trial that has limitations in size and scope, but Faricimab has moved on into a phase 3 program in wet macular degeneration, which we are now enrolling, and we're quite hopeful that we'll be able to move things forward for our patients through that program and others that we're doing.
And how big was this phase 2 study?
Stairway, the phase 2 trial that we're presenting here, was a small study. It was about 100 patients looking at the durability of Faricimab and wet macular degeneration. But what you're looking for in a phase 2 clinical trial is, of course, safety, which is assessed in phase 1. You're also looking for some signal of efficacy, and that's what we are happy to have achieved in Stairway, as a signal that we may have a more durable treatment with good results comparable to our gold standard ranibizumab monthly for wet macular degeneration.
So what are the next steps in this study?
The next steps that the Faricimab program is taking for wet macular degeneration is to complete enrollment in a double-armed phase 3 registration trial. There are trial sites all over the United States and other parts of the world that are enrolling for this multi-center trial. The 2 trials are called TAMPA and Lucerne, looking at Faricimab for wet macular degeneration, and our site in Tampa Bay is enrolling the TAMPA trial, which we're very excited about, and we look forward to enrolling that through the end of the year, when it'll probably be full and be closed.
How can patients get information on getting involved in this phase 3 trial?
If a patient is interested in talking with us about enrollment or considering enrollment in our Faricimab program or any of our other wet macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, retinal vein occlusion, uveitis programs. We have programs for all common retinal diseases. You can reach out to us on our website, retinavitreous.com. Call our study coordinators based in our St. Pete site at 727-323-0077. I spend the bulk of my time at that location, and we have our clinical trial team there every day. And of course, we're happy to help anybody out who's suffering from a common retinal disease and looking for something better than what we currently have available commercially for wet macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, retinal vein occlusions, uveitis or inflammation of the eye, and those types of problems.
How long are you anticipating the phase 3 trial to last?
So the phase 3 trial of Faricimab should be enrolling through the end of the year. It's likely that we'll have top-line results probably about a year after that. If Faricimab is shown to have benefits that warrant registration and warrant FDA approval, it'll probably be a commercially available drug in about 2 years. Our site is enrolling several other phase 2 and phase 3 wet macular degeneration trials as well. We always try to offer clinical science in common retinal diseases like wet macular degeneration to patients through a variety of programs that are constantly enrolling.
Is there anything you'd like to add in closing?
It is my privilege and pleasure to be a clinical researcher in the retinal space. It's my favorite part of what I do. I do think the future is bright, and I do love seeing patients and making a difference on Main Street in St. Petersburg and Tampa, where I live, but I also love moving our field forward. I think we can do better, and the future is ours for the discovery, and I think we're going to help patients live better, see better, and do better in the coming years. Thank you again for the opportunity.